Gemini, this is a general reading, a love reading, and a financial reading. Now, this is my own interpretation, so for the information that resonates with you, take that as your own, and if there's any information that may not resonate with you, do leave that for someone else as it will benefit them. Do stick with us though, as there's definitely a message here for you. Now, as we do get into things, I'll just reiterate that I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos. I also do personal readings, so get in touch for those on Facebook. Now let's get right into the general reading here. So it looks like, Gemini, that you do have quite a bit of potential here, that you have a lot of thought-provoking ideas, and you have some progress to be made. I really notice here, especially what I mentioned about having a lot of thought-provoking ideas, that you have big things on your mind and that you have some great ideas coming. I really notice, honestly, that quite a few of you will be sharing that information with those around you, and that you will absolutely be having great outcomes from this, that things will be moving and they will be moving for you. And I really notice especially that, that this will be a financially oriented time frame for you, Gemini. That I see here that these potentials, these situations, these opportunities will be financially oriented. So let's keep that in mind as we go into our readings here today, that it looks like there will be a financial oriented time for you in the near future, and that you will be sharing and having quite a few ideas. So let's keep that in mind as we go through everything. So in terms of love here, let's get into that reading. Oh, something jumped right out of the pile. Okay. So let's just get right into that. Okay, so as we start here, it looks like recently you have had some situations where you felt kind of blinded by the situation, that you didn't have all the information and you were really looking to get that information. I really do notice here that that situation or those situations that have come up have really felt like they've been weighing you down. That you've really felt hit by the burden of those situations, and you've really struggled to really understand the situations that have come up in your love life. And I notice here that those situations have really made you feel like you just will never see the full picture. I see that currently you are struggling against these ideas, that you feel like you have, basically that you're losing a battle, that you're fighting a battle that's already been lost, and you are honestly very pessimistic about the outcome, about the situation, and about how things have been playing out. I notice that the information may be tough to take in, it may be hard to understand, and these situations may be honestly very difficult to grasp. But I really notice here that you do have the tools to succeed. You do have the tools not only to overcome that situation that may be very difficult, but you have the tools to really succeed in your romantic life. That person that you are looking for, that you have been looking for, they're right around the corner, and I really see that they absolutely are waiting for you. And for some of you, those of you who are in a relationship and have just been having very difficult times recently, that I've really noticed that those battles and those fights, those situations that have really been causing you to feel like you have the curtain drawn over your eyes, that those situations, though they are tough and though they are challenging to grasp, though it's very difficult to really get over and to understand, I do see you overcoming this, and I do see you really falling in and kind of realizing that that person will overcome that situation, that person If this is some kind of situation with some kind of addiction, that person will overcome that addiction. If this is a situation where that person is kind of undecided between you and another person, they will end up choosing you, and they will realize what they really want with you, and they will absolutely notice and start to really acknowledge what they have done and how they have to fix it, how they have to solve it. And I do see great potential in that person will begin to be looking at you only. Now, in that you have the tools to succeed, I really see this as a situation where you will be kind of moving things along. You will be having that person, if you lost that person, if they're your ex currently, that you will have that person realize that they lost you, that they should be missing you, and that they have taken advantage of the situation, and that they basically should be begging, pleading to have you back. And I really see that there will be some forward progression for you. It doesn't look like it's an immediate solution, because this is a situation that you will have the tools come to you gradually. But this is a situation where that will resolve itself over time. So let's get right into the financial reading here. And let's just keep what we mentioned in the general reading in mind for you, Gemini. Okay, and we did have another card fall out of the deck here. So let's just go into things. So it looks like this is an inquisitive time for you, and that recently you have really basically like walked away from something and looked inwards into yourself. You've had some time to really kind of see where you're at, look inwards into yourself, and understand where you stand and where you're going. Now, I notice here that in that you have come out to be very strong, and that you have absolutely built yourself through that time that you spent looking into yourself into a much stronger and much more confident you, that things will absolutely be just the way that you want them to be, and that you absolutely have quite a bit of potential, and that you absolutely have acknowledged and realized where you were going wrong and how to improve on that. I do see that based on this, just like we said in the general reading, that it's focused on these finances, that you have huge potential here. That the time that you spent there and the time that you've been growing and looking inwards into yourself has really caused you to have a moment of basically a true light bulb switching on, and you realize what exactly was missing for you. And I see that that is going to lead you into the most potential that you could ever have. And this is the moment. This is your moment that you could absolutely become rich. This is your time, basically, and your chance to get something moving, get something started. And this will be a new start. This won't be something just continuing in whatever you're doing. This won't be just continuing and just kind of mulling about. This is something that you're going to take action for, start something new, and this will be your chance to become rich. So if you are looking for riches and great progress in finances, now is the time. So that does bring us to the end of this reading, though. So of course, I will just reiterate that I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Weekly Tarot Light. I do weekly longer videos, daily shorter videos. I also do personal readings, so get in touch for those on Facebook. I'll see you next time.